Come near and share my breath, my darling kid. Listen to my heart throbbing for you with a constant, unrelenting and compassionate rhythm. I have seen you before you were ever born, treasured your insignificance, and brought your anxieties into the light like stones. I speak clearly and urgently now, not to frighten you, but to save you from the gradual loss of everything that is important. There comes a turning point in your life when decisions are made and the course of many tomorrows is determined. Allow my voice to overpower the din that has eroded your spirit, and listen with the straightforward candor of a kid. You haven't been weak all the time. You weren't meant to just get by. The world will attempt to persuade you that embers are sufficient. But I planted a spark, not a flicker, put a fire in you. However, you were made for fire, for meaningful life, for love that alters fates, and for entering spaces with a calm that transforms moods. I'm not talking about a solitary setback. For a lonely evening, when I say you're nearly gone, it is about the gentle surrender that occurs when faith becomes silent and hope becomes passive. It seems to be only going through the motions, as your spirit waits to be welcomed back in at the threshold. Don't be embarrassed to acknowledge your fatigue. The burden of existence is heavy and honest. There are times when the stress of financial concerns, deteriorating relationships, postponed aspirations, and unresolved health issues may overwhelm your bravery. The adversary is cunning. He doesn't always hurry you. He mutters, "Stay here, be content with less, and put off seeking happiness until everything is ideal." But listen to me. I will not allow you to be content with anything less than the completeness I bought for you. You are not supposed to waste your life on trivial matters. It is intended to attract, sparkle, and heal financial valleys that eroded your self-confidence, stress that clogs your body to the point where you forget to pray, fear that turns into a voice in your head telling you that failure defines you, success that entices and steals your humility, the alluring ease of staying comfortable while your destiny waits, the gradual drift away from friends who once sharpened you, and missed opportunities because you hesitated, are just a few of the little dangers that lie ahead. These are red signals, urging genuine bravery rather than dire predictions. My purpose is to awaken, not to fear. What gives discipline its fangs is the existence of risk. Bring dedication where you see danger. Bring faith where you see lack. Bring my name wherever you perceive fear. In the little everyday nuances, I am with you when the same worried idea wakes you up at 3 in the morning, and the bills are unkemptly piled on the counter. I'm with you when your calendar is filled, but your heart feels empty. I'm with you. I'm here for you when the person you love appears to be drifting away, and you don't get the call you've been waiting for. I am closer than your next breath, right there in the midst of the chaos of deadlines and the silence of dawn. Say to me, I need you, Lord. not only as a word, but as an open gate revealing your vulnerability. Observe how objects start to move, with the assurance of a hand adjusting what you cannot, sometimes without the noise you anticipate. Silence does not imply absence. There may be times when prayers seem like whispers in a wide night, and you will feel as if I am far away. That is preparedness, not remoteness. The roots develop in the silence. A subtle, persistent, and deliberate refinement is taking place. Where you feel disconnected, what stops me from getting more fruit is being pruned. Pruning produces plenty even while it pains. When you experience modest losses, rejoice because you know that they eventually create room for bigger gains. In this spiritual economy, you get back what you give out. Now is the time to choose how you will guide your heart's next moves. Will distractions like social media that compete for your attention, comfort that turns into a prison, and the false religion of activity continue to dull you? Or will you have the courage to decide on a modest but loyal return? Perfection is not required for return. It demands unvarnished honesty and a straightforward turning of the heart toward me. If you can say it out loud, I'm returning. If you are unable to speak, just breathe that purpose into the room, and I will hear it, just as a parent would hear his child's faint scratch at the window. I surround you with celestial assistants. Angels are not aloof beings that are taken out of your lunchbox and laundry. Their purpose is to affect the natural world. Angelic tasks include protecting your sleep, encouraging a stranger to say something kind that changes your course, and opening doors that look to be chained shut. I'll make sure you're protected. Over your head there are invisible grins, hands that reschedule encounters and relationships, and acts of kindness that seem to be random, but are really planned out of love. Thank you for the assistance. Declare out loud, angel of the Lord, walk with me today. Don't take it personally. Instead, use it as a tactic. The little choices you make each day involve the celestial kingdom. My child, walk boldly in faith and love. With your super Thanksgiving $5, let the truth of my word reach those who long for the light. Join me in this divine mission to heal and uplift. Click on the Super Thanksgiving button and be enveloped in my grace now, and listen to this message further. Ordinary courage may be courageous. It is the choice to confront a reality each morning when you get up. 2. Prevent resentment from being ingrained in your bones. You must choose to forgive the person who wronged you. It's admitting the lie you've been living rather than putting up a front. It is the decision to save a little amount each month rather than allowing your future tranquility to be stolen by impulsive behavior. It is the readiness to seek assistance when the burden becomes too much. Dramatic heroism is not necessary to see change. Basic fidelity compounds as seed is what I mean. Watch the harvest. and plant it where your life is most vulnerable. Expect the amazing anyway. I am fire and I am a gardener. I deal with everyday objects and impossible reversals. There will be times of swift rescue, such as an unexpected reunion, a sudden job, or a door thrown open, as well as gradual miracles, such as healing that progresses slowly and hope that gradually comes back together. Neither kind is inferior, my movements are both of these. When you pray, be sure your expectations don't diminish me. Ask with courage, remember that your prayers are an invitation for me to appear in ways that alter your history, not a test of my strength. To be honest, you will be put to the test. There may be times when following my lead will cost you something like a friendship. Acceptance are the easiest route. However, keep in mind that they are purifications rather than punishments. I'll never ask you to give down your happiness in favor of me. A greater life is always the invitation. Sometimes it entails leaving behind routines that diminish your calling, or people that make you feel smaller. That bravery will be painful, but it will also release you. Giving up less comfortable things is frequently necessary to live your best life. Listen to me, you are not defined by your faults. You are more than the sum of your mistakes. Me is the foundation of who you are. Your heart is more important to me than your record. More than I dislike rebellions, I like restorations. When you turn and confess, I move with extravagant pity. This does not imply that you will always avoid the inevitable. In fact, there are instances when a healing curriculum includes repercussions, but those consequences are not intended to destroy you. They're supposed to wake you up. I'm closer than the hands that shaped you. As you fall, I raise you up, heal your wounds, and speak wisdom-filled roots into your ear. You may be concerned that change requires a big show, a costly retreat, a public statement, or someone's approval. Unusual silent actions, such as choosing to be honest in the little things, touching the Bible when your fingers want to scroll, agreeing to one dangerous discussion, or going to bed 5 minutes earlier to pray, are often the first steps toward change. Your religious nerve system is realigned by those little actions. They change the default. They change the way you react under pressure. Even the slightest gesture from your heart toward me will elicit a powerful reaction from me. Have faith in the little things. In the practical, I'll be your coach. Make little sacrifices for saving, even when it seems pointless. Create a budget that treats every dollar like a steward, soldier, and find an accountability partner who helps you make disciplined decisions. If your finances seem unstable, knowledge without faith may be lifeless, while faith without knowledge can be reckless. Mix them. I respect the hard work of hands led by prayer. Make margins if your body becomes knotted from tension. Close off the never-ending cacophony and create a room for air to return. Please include me in the calendar as well as the crisis. Rest is a component of the rhythm I created for your spirit, therefore, schedule it as if it were a demand. You will be tested and refined in relationships. Not everyone will love the way you had hoped. Some will let you down, while others will bless you beyond measure. In actuality, the state of your relationships often reflects the state of your heart. Avoid the gradual cynicism that marks intimacy. Before attempting it, invest in those who have the humility to forgive and the bravery to be honest. Instead of pursuing connections that dull you, go for ones that help you grow. Be the friend that calls at awkward times, listens beyond appearances, and shares the truth in a compassionate manner. Many of you dread vulnerability, yet crave community. That's precisely where the healing process starts. Avoid the error of confusing momentum with maturity. It is possible to be spiritually immature and very busy at the same time. The capacity to serve when recompense is delayed, to stay loyal when no one is looking, and to make the correct decision when there is no praise are all signs of true maturity. Consistency is a sign of maturity. You seem to be the same person in public as you are at home. It seems to be faith in hardship and humility in achievement. I'll train you to spot opportunities. Opportunity often wears an unflattering cloak. It manifests as a closed-door rejection or an unexpected detour. Make it a habit to question, "What are you doing here, Lord?" Rather than labeling the situation as a failure. Right away, pain may sometimes lead to opportunities. A relationship ending and discovering your calling. Losing your work frees you time to pursue your dreams. A health crisis reorients priorities so you can live your life on purpose. Ask for insight in prayer. Request a wise spirit. I'll be liberal with it. The angels I spoke of are often the messengers of these open doors, gently guiding you sometimes with just one word into something you cannot create. I don't guarantee there won't be any difficulties. I pledge to be there throughout difficult times and to be able to face them with a fresh sense of honor. Although there may be storms, the weather won't determine how your life turns out. Who you are with during a storm will determine how your life turns out. When you need help, I send ministers of heaven to you. Angels will stop defamation that would put you in danger, reorganize logistics, and bring the appropriate person to you at the right time. Just because the orchestration is unseen doesn't mean you should doubt it. Now turn to me with pragmatism, dear. This week eliminate one little distraction. One evening of scrolling should be replaced with scripture and silence for 30 minutes. Say the following 3 words in prayer. Lord, please pardon my wandering. Help me get back. Give me the confidence to speak out. Say it with sincerity, then go to the next little task. Don't wait for the ideal spiritual state. Act in obedience, and the state will often come. This is how rebirth begins faithfully. not with a lot of fuss. If you really believe it, type "I am coming back." Allow those words to serve as a covenant between the stable God and your shaky self. Speak them to express your intentions rather than to gain favor. Pay attention to every phrase as you write them. Feel them like a seed settling in your chest. Some of you have been harmed by religion itself, by laws that broke you, by leaders who misused their power, by societies that condemned rather than helped. I did not cause that damage. The healer is me. Bring your shattered parts to me. Shame is not a medication. I will provide, I'll fix it. What other people did in my name does not disqualify you. Since you are mine, you are invited. Don't let perfection stop you from taking the first step. It is meant to be that you will not get everything correctly. Faith tests you in many ways. Don't start by comparing your beginning to someone else's beginning. Don't lose sight of the road underneath you. Go through one lower yard, then another. Honor little victories. When you do a little obedience task, let someone know testimony spreads easily. By sharing your little triumphs, you foster a society in which optimism is once again accepted. Now, while I lead your heart, pay attention to this assurance. I will replenish the food that the locusts have consumed. I'll bring some season to arid areas. I have access to the materials you believe are no longer available. I am still able to help. Relationships that don't appear to be able to be fixed. There will still be miracles. Maybe not all at once, but enough to alter the course of your life. Trust me when I say that a tiny miracle may set off a chain reaction. Anticipate the first domino to fall. Remain humble. Pride will take what bravery has created by disguising itself as confidence. Anchor your accomplishments to thankfulness and bend your head whenever you feel a surge of self that demands recognition. Keep in mind where the favors came from. Giving gratitude is a practice that keeps the heart open and allows for more blessings. And the little things stick with me. You are developing rhythms with me that will last beyond the season. Learn to pray without showing off. Learn to love without thinking. Develop the ability to offer without expecting anything in return. You are unbreakable because of these spiritual muscles. When a downturn in the economy threatens your comfort, or when prosperity tempts your spirit away from service that keep you linked to me, you'll be tempted to do all the repairs at once. Don't be honest in one area of your life, and let grace take care of the rest. Make stewardship a top priority, and seek knowledgeable advice. If money is the loudest voice, practice little actions of bravery until the music stops. If fear is the band playing the loudest, select talks that prioritize humility. If relationships are deteriorating, when you shift your focus from terror to prayer, infuse doable actions, the course shifts. Angels are close, and I am here until you answer. I will continue to push for your heart. There will be instant pacifications across the globe. I provide long-lasting healing. Take me decide to live. Make courageous, modest decisions that will result in a bountiful harvest. Don't look at the changing headlines of your emotions. Instead, focus on me. This is not a time for resignation, but for recalibration. Join me on a walk and know this. The life I have for you is richer than you could ever dream. When you start to regain your feet on the straight path once again, I will create new connections where you were alone. Increase pleasure where you had grief. Open doors of opportunity when you saw only barriers, and bring marvels into the everyday. I'll move mountains in your way if you keep putting your heart toward me. Feel my presence now is the steady hand that won't let go and has warmth across your chest. Continue to listen, continue to breathe. Continue to arrive, breathe, and let the breath of heaven to take back the form of your day. Feel the gradual relaxation of tension during that moment, as if an invisible force is releasing a knot inside of you, allowing you to think clearly once again. Let that silence serve as an altar on which to place your fear, and see how what you gave up comes back to you in a restructured and sacred form. Your love and support mean everything to us as we continue sharing God's message of hope, faith, and blessings. If this message has touched your heart, we humbly invite you to show your gratitude by giving at least $11. Super thanks are your choice each month. Whoever can give super thanks, please give as much as possible. And whoever cannot, please try to read this message completely. Your generosity helps us create more uplifting content that inspires souls and brings people closer to God. By clicking the Super Thanks button below, you're not just supporting our work, you're becoming a part of this divine mission to spread God's love to those who need it most. Thank you for your kindness. Stay blessed, stay joyful, and may God's grace always be with you. Take one conscious move in the direction of healing. When you get out of that pause, one tangible act of kindness, not a dramatic makeover, but transformation that would make headlines. Send that little note you've been putting off. Make the call you're afraid to make. Go ahead and open the document you put off. Clean the area of your room where you feel anxious. Your life's body develops a new beat via little actions. Repetition turns rhythm into habit, which in turn becomes a temple of resilience. These little triumphs help you reconnect with who you are and the goals I gave you. You should not undervalue the friendships that quietly support you. Look for those who will appreciate your little victories as well as your major ones. Protect those connections the way you would protect freshly baked bread. Talk about your difficulties with someone who listens more than they suggest. Having a reliable buddy by your side is a blessing. Don't be ashamed to seek expert assistance if you need it, being humble enough to get what you need. is what gives you strength. Spiritual guidance, coaching, and counseling are tools, not a sign of a lack of faith. Make use of them. Allow other people's knowledge to serve as the framework that your repair will ascend. You will sometimes have to make the decision to let go of certain things. Some seasons challenge you to let go of commitments that have suddenly turned into idols, the soul-demanding work, the people-pleasing habit, or the exhausting pursuit of acceptance. It's not always a loss to leave. Refusing to devote your life to pursuits that diminish your calling might sometimes be the most courageous act of stewardship. Have faith that you create space for the greater when you let go of the smaller, regarding the little dangers that swarm like vultures, such as money, reputation, worrying, and failure-related anxiety. Don't allow them to speak for you. Name them, and then above them, name me. Every worrying should be addressed with the following: truth, you will not have the final word. Ground yourself in common sense. Make a little plan if money is limited. It's a doable step you can do this week. Select a margin and vigorously defend it. If stress is a part of your everyday life, step into one little location to serve. If fear tells you that you must conceal your abilities, fear loses its potency when action takes over. When you change, expect pushback. There is an alert to the familiar. The changing form of your heart may make others uncomfortable who adored the old you. Some will applaud while others will move aside. Allow such departures to serve as a refresher for your calling. The ideal individuals will approach you closely enough to take a flight with you. Don't allow a defeat make you feel like you didn't deserve it. A new tribe or a wiser community that is in line with your evolving self may be found through loss. I want you to understand this clearly. Bravery is rewarded with miracles, not the stupid, impetuous sword, but the bravery that manifests as regular prayer, self-control in little matters, and the humility to seek assistance. A miracle doesn't always appear as pyrotechnics. Sometimes a breakthrough is the result of a gradual reorganization of your days. Celebrate a miracle so loudly that it makes your heart remember what I did. Your trust is strengthened for the next mountain. By testimony, keep in mind that angels are not fables used to embellish lectures. They are my representatives, watching even your tiniest movements. Sometimes a discussion may take a different turn. A crucial communication will come, or a stranger's generosity will seem like a blessing. Angelic interventions are what they are. Give thanks and acknowledge the pattern of my care. When you see such mercies, gratitude promotes more divine activity into your life and teaches your heart to recognize it. Don't try to haggle with me like I'm a cosmic vending machine. Instead, speak to me as a father who is well familiar with you and longs for your completeness. Prayer is a dialogue, not a to-do list. Talk clearly, express your bewilderment and your rage. Tell me anything you don't want to know in the daytime. I will respond in a way that rewires your spirit for pleasure and endurance, not necessarily in the manner you anticipate. To steward influences what you were made for, the way you treat someone in agony, your integrity when no one is looking, the little changes you make in your home, your job, and your heart are all indicators of your impact, not just your number of followers or titles. Don't let stats rush you. Pay attention to the call that is before you. Your loyalty is a seed that spreads far beyond your immediate surroundings. Even your own conviction may appear flimsy during times of uncertainty. In such moments, go back to the archives of your life. The occasions when you saw my provision, the dawns when hope came like the sun, and the companions who stood with you through the storm. List those times when fear tries to change your tale. Let them serve as a ledger of grace that you may open. You may trust who God will be, because memory serves as a prophetic tool, reminding you of who God has been. Use integrity as a guide. Don't give in to the temptation to cut corners in order to achieve fast advantage. Future peace suffers as a result of compromise. Select stability over renown, modesty over praise, and veracity over expediency. Blessings are passed down to the next generation over the lengthy path established by integrity. Join me in breathing this declaration. I will not abandon you. I'll get back the seasons I lost. I will restore sight to those who were blinded by despair and dress the embarrassed with honor. I'll put your feet firmly planted. Declare it to yourself and to the areas in your life that hurt. My loyalty should be used to gauge my progress, not your schedule. Incorporate generosity into your life as you go ahead. Time, resources, and kindness are the seeds of giving that help you release your hold on scarcity and open up new avenues for blessings. Generosity creates an economy of grace rather than depleting it. When you provide what little you have, you'll discover that it becomes more than enough. The future is nothing to be afraid about. It's a horizon I'm already crossing in your direction, not a shadow to retreat from. In every meeting, appointment, and discussion where fate may be waiting, I have entered ahead of you. You may walk, knowing that your destination has been ready for you. Your actions are planned, they are not haphazard. Continue to walk lastly. Remember that your narrative counts. Little deeds of bravery, tears shed, and sincere prayer, and hands extended in the dark, all add up to a witness that has the capacity to transform another person's life. You are a piece of a bigger picture. Where there was once hopelessness, your obedience shines brightness. Continue weaving. Get up now and do the next moral action. Each loyal act is the blueprint for change, not for praise or to make everything right at once. Recall the moments you were previously maintained. when you feel weak, when you feel like giving up, remember the one person who had faith in you and support them. Give what you can when it feels like the world is asking for more, and I'll make up the difference. Remain calm. I'm with you in the most basic acts of faith. Hope is breathed, grace is renewed, and angels watch. Continue to have faith. Continue taking steady little steps that add up to a trip of enormous importance. Rise with bravery, my kid. I'm with you steady. Persistent and patient angels are all around you. What was lost is restored by grace. In faith, take the next little step. I'll complete what I started in you. Your tale is far from finished. So rest in peace, my dear. Live bravely, Haman. Please subscribe to support our channel and turn on bell notification.